Hi Geminis, and welcome to your February 2023 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead. I hope you're all feeling really wonderful coming into the month of February. I am feeling very hopeful about your sign and about the magic that Gemini is really unlocking here in February. We have Mars having moved direct in your sign, and it is really going to give you a want to move forward, to make positive progress, and to probably do some problem solving and get stronger. It's so nice to see the Fool coming up in your reading, as that's one of the sacred archetypes for the year of 2023. Combining that with the all planets direct momentum that we have, as well as Mars, of course, moving direct in your sign, I think it's going to be a month of incredible progress and a month of unlocking certain limits. Okay, so what am I meaning here? Like, I'm feeling that Gemini in the month of February has certain things that they never thought that they could achieve just kind of bestowed or given, and it's very hopeful. So you might be able to access in the month of February things that you have not previously been able to have, and also just things that you enjoy. So like I'm actually getting the very specific download, passion project, okay? So maybe some of you are starting a passion project here. Maybe some of you are also able to just live in a much more magical, much more rewarding, gratifying, even like zealous lifestyle, I'm feeling. It feels that like the zeal of Gemini really starts to grow, and you start to become more committed to a certain ideal, or you just are granted or are given some really positive things here. So let's dive into this further, Gemini. I just want to go ahead and get into your week to week, because I don't want to even like try to look for more energy there. I just really want to understand how this like a new positive and really giving magical energy is channeling for you. So in the first week of February 2023, you have the Star reversed ruled down by the High Priestess. So this is a full circle coming of age story that you're having. The Star reversed is going to really have you thinking about ways that you maybe sacrificed certain momentum before. The Star reversed is about things that are not vulnerable, things that feel Teflon, things that feel unreal or inhumane. Okay, so the Star reversed can also be a representation of a lack of health, or a lack of hydration, a lack of life in something. So really pay close attention in the first week of February to what just doesn't feel like it has the right life in it, or to what doesn't feel like it's attracting your life force energy. It's very possible, right as we're in the beginning of this all planets direct phase in 2023, to have remnants, okay? Remnants of things which are not really hopeful anymore. Things that we do just to like pass the time, or things that we do on default, need to be seen here, and we need to really question, like, do we want to keep doing these things? Are we okay with doing some of these cycles? Are we okay with like not ending a cycle here? Are there new cycles that we need to begin? Take a look into that type of thing in the first week of February, and it will be very rewarding as you have the High Priestess coming up, rooting that down. So there's a spiritual significance to what you felt was not like really giving you so much anymore. So what was unhealthy, or what was diseased, or just what was not easy, now has a certain spiritual significance, and you now also have the authority, I think, to make changes there if you need to. In the second week of February, you have the Five of Cups rooted down by the Fool. Saying goodbye to that depressing, incapable, difficult world of the past, okay? Five of Cups is about looking at spilled cups, or it's about looking at things that are too difficult, while you still have things behind you, or that you're not looking at, that are perfectly fine. So it's a good time to change your focus on what you enjoy, okay? So focusing on what you enjoy instead of focusing on the things that have ended, or focusing on the spilled cups in your life. There could also be just this really rewarding feeling as you just allow yourself to step onto new paths, or to embark new journeys that you've needed to have for a long time. So it's just there's not much wrong to find with it, Gemini. It's like, yes, the Star reversed and the Five of Cups are both kind of like problematic right now. It's very easy to see where things aren't healthy. It's very easy to see where things are overturned. But by seeing that, it kind of has you maybe turning around and embarking a path of your own instead of like having to tend to other people's messes or having to, I don't know, like accept some type of unhealthy scenario. Week number 3, the moon, rooted down by the Page of Swords. You are like having some good movement, okay, and also some clarity. So the moon, and it's kind of the same as the previous 2 months. If you in the previous 2 weeks, like if you notice in the first 2 weeks, the bottom row is really good, and the top row is kind of like showing you a problem. So that could also be interpreted as like things on the surface might be kind of weird or problematic, but beneath the surface, you know that things are going to work out, or you already have another plan, or you already have like a great contingency. So by the 3rd week, that which was an illusion or what was unclear or needed light shown onto it becomes clearer, and you might be shining that light onto it in the 3rd week with the Fool coming from the 2nd week, and then the Page of Swords being about receiving clarity or figuring things out, solving problems. Basically cutting through the BS in the 3rd week is the most clear way to explain that type of combination of archetypes. I would spend as much time as you can in the 3rd week just thinking about anything complicated in your life and anything that's like complex or layered or hard to really make sense of. And I would start to just give yourself like explanations and maybe start to get those out on paper or journal about these things and see if these like gut feelings that you have or just like immediate understandings of whatever problems are here, see if those are like not easy solutions. Or it's important to not spend too much time like deliberating or pondering complex, weird things here. That's really the main moral of this reading for you this month, Gemini, is to not waste time deliberating on something that has like no good answer, or to not waste time just like constantly ruminating or vacillating, as that was one of the bigger threats coming out of the previous year, was just like getting really stuck on things or like balancing things out so much that you get to like the ultimate truth, which is that regardless of what happens, there are so many varying reactions that basically to put ourselves in that place where we need to control it all, or we really need to like be in that like sacred choosing place. I don't know. I think that that's had its time, and the bigger story now is that regardless of what choice is made, there are just certain like things that happen anyway. So it's better to like kind of move on and like experience life than to get really stuck vacillating too much. Week number 4, you have the Knight of Wands reversed, rooted down by the Ten of Wands reversed. And I really like this because you're no longer like getting swept away with like desire. So having had Mars retrograde in your sign for quite a few months at the end of 2022, there was probably this kind of inverted desire, as is indicated by that combination of cards. So what does that mean, like having an inverted desire? So like knowing that you want something really badly but refusing to act on it, and like sitting with this want or sitting with this like need even to push a certain way, yet preventing or blocking or denying yourself of that. That's like Mars retrograde energy. And you're going to be seeing the results of that denial or the results of that block in the 4th week of February. The difference, however, is that you now have Mars direct in your sign and you can correct this. So it might be good to remove a blockage. Okay, it might be good to open a door for yourself or to allow yourself to follow some of these desires or to get them into a more expressed format. So communicating with other people who have done what you want to do, demystifying certain objectives, or understanding more clearly how your wants manifest in the physical world without vacillating, without like asking yourself, do I do it or do I not do it? Maybe it's good to get more clear information. Again, that's very indicated in your reading, especially from the 3rd week. It's like, again, demystifying things or understanding what it really means to partake in something or to step onto some kind of path. I think the universe is really going to work with you to do that and to understand more clearly what you're working with. Also, watch out for any type of like quote unquote logic that comes in where it's like, people from my background can't do that, so I'm not going to have that dream, or any type of self-defeating attitudes with those two reversals in the 4th week. It is better to try and to fail than to just block a dream in the first place. So that's a bigger moral, I think, coming for Gemini by the end of this month, is like, even if I fail, I need to step onto the path that my dream is. Because holding back these dreams or holding back some of these momentums is the more difficult path. So let's talk more about that in your extended reading, Geminis. I'm going to just look a little bit into how you can journey with your dreams in a more active and more healthy way, and also how you can embrace this refreshing Fool energy as well, as that's my favorite card in your reading. So that'll be linked below and in the center of your screen. Have a beautiful month ahead, Geminis. Bye.